In the USA, when a cop pulls you over and asks you where you work, do you have to tell them?
No.
Legally? No. Absolutely not. Pragmatically, declining to answer is going to affect their attitude and behavior. You could see the interaction going south as a result. The only information you have to give is license, registration, insurance, your name, and who the owner of the car is. Presumably you. Anything else you do not have to tell. I had a cop ask me where I worked years ago, and I was too afraid not to tell him. He told me he would have to stop by and visit me sometime. Creepy. I would still be hesitant not to answer, but I would probably make something up. You do not. However, refusing to answer any question isn't necessarily the best idea. Depends what's going on. Being difficult with a cop who, say, pulled you over for changing lanes without a blinker or something like that, may just lead to him making it more difficult than you. So I wouldn't outright advise being intentionally difficult with a cop. No, you don't have to tell them anything. However, that is a surefire way to get them to go over you with a fine-tooth comb to find something. A little bit of cooperation will usually get you out of the situation faster. However, if you are doing something illegal such as having drugs in your car, this advice does not apply. You don't have to answer any questions at all. Where you're coming from, where you're going, where you work, none of that is their business. You don't have to answer any questions or speak a single word to them. If you are legally obligated to present your license and whatever other identification, all you have to do is hand them over. You don't have to say a word. Nope. There is no legal requirement to tell a cop anything. Even when you are under arrest and being questioned, there is no legal way you can be compelled to tell them anything. Most people like to defend themselves, but total and complete silence is an option everyone has. Wait, is that actually something they ask in America? Disclaimer. This ain't legal advice. I ain't a lawyer. No. But beware that some cops may feel entitled to the information. So just saying no may have some effects on the rest of the traffic stop. If you do not wish to share that info, I'd recommend. I am not comfortable, nor legally required, to tell you that. I would prefer if I didn't have to share where I live for a normal traffic stop. Or maybe even better, just answer it vaguely. They might let it go with something like, I live about 15 minutes drive south of here, or, just off the interstate by town. Quote. Edit. The post was about where they work, not live. I misread. You don't legally have to talk to cops at all. You can remain silent. It might go bad for you. Considering American cops, you're still legally obligated to comply with instructions that don't violate your rights. 1. I'm not discussing my day, or I'm not answering any questions. 2. Am I being detained, or am I free to go? 3. If detained, state you are invoking your Fifth Amendment right and STFU from there. I've never had a cop ask where I worked. I'm a disabled veteran, so they know I'm prior military from my plates. They ask for my license, registration, and proof of insurance. I usually get asked if I know why I was pulled over. Things I do when I am stopped. 1. Turn off the engine and place my keys on the top of the dashboard. Point 2. Roll down the driver's window. Point 3. Have my license, registration, and proof of insurance out before the officer gets to my car. Point 4. Have both hands on my steering wheel in plain sight. Point 5. Speak politely and courteously. I usually receive some kind of warning and have a generally polite conversation during the stop. The worst result of that process occurred when I was a teenager. I spent 20 minutes chatting with an officer about my father and the officer's brother serving in the National Guard. His partner wrote me a speeding ticket while we talked. I signed the ticket and put my license and registration back in my pocket. Thanked them, and they left while cautioning me to slow down. Result: a ticket for 45 miles per hour in a 30 zone. Since I was driving 104 in a 40, I thought that was a decent result from being polite and cooperative. No. However, a cop pulled me over after closing a bar I worked at late, like 4 a.m., and I basically said, "I just closed up shop and I am aware that I reek of alcohol as I am a bartender." He made sure truck was legal and no warrants for me, and off I went. A lot of the time getting away from cops is not acting like a punk ass. Nope. Do not do any small talk with them. They are trying to get you to think they are friendly while they fish for info to charge you with stuff. Even if you didn't do anything, just plead the fifth. Always record. And if pulled over, give them your info. Never let them search your car and make it clear you do not consent. Don't roll your window down farther than crack no matter what they say. And keep your doors locked at all times. Also keep hands where they can see. If they decide to arrest you in retaliation, still don't talk to them beyond what is required for a stop. And don't resist arrest. Cops are nor your friends and can legally lie to you. Don't buy their friendly act. Be polite, but don't let them fool you or intimidate you. They are taught to get as much info as possible to charge you with anything they can.
Nope.
No.
These guys explain it quite well. xdhttps://m.youtube.com/watch v equals j terci 0 lhjs. No. You have freedom of speech. And that includes the right to not speak. You're fully within your rights to refuse to speak to cops.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.